वन्दे सुजला सुफला मलयज शीतला सस्य श्यामला मातरं वन्दे मातरम् शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी पुल्लकुसुमित द्रुमदलशोभिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम्।
There is no segment in darkness so dense, so menacing, or so difficult that it cannot be overcome by light. With this Holy Spirit in mind, let us move to the next segment. I now request Professor Pradeep Kumar Bala, Dean, Academic Affairs and Development, to introduce the members of the Board of Governors who are connected with us virtually and address the entire teacher and student fraternity present over here.
Good evening. Happy Teachers' Day to all the faculty members. Today it is Teachers' Day. My dear students, my colleagues in teaching and non-teaching faculty, Honorable Director, Professor Srivastav, all program chairpersons, Chairman BOG, Mr. Praveen Shankar Pandyaji, and all board members. So first of all, I'd like to introduce the members. So Professor, our chairman is Sri Praveen Shankar Pandyaji. Sir, namaskar. So right from 2017, he has been with us as the chairman. And today what we see that IIM Ranchi's rank is going up and up. So he has a lot of contributions. We have board members. Here we see only 4, 5, including chairman. But our board is constituted with experts in industry. They're experts in their own fields. We have representatives from weaker section of society. We have representatives from government of Jharkhand and central government. However, we have here only with 4 members. So we have extreme left Dr. Sailesh Iyengar. Sir, namaskar. We have Sri Om Singhania ji. Namaste. We have Dr. Hasit Joshipura. Namaskar. And we have Miss Gayatri. Mrs. Gayatri. Gayatri Madam, namaskar. The members, whatever we see today, it has been a transformation of IIM Ranchi. IIM Ranchi's rank was 41 in year 2017 in NRF ranking of B schools. And today we are here at 15. So board members in every stage, in every phase, they have their contributions, they have their guidance. So in Teachers' Day, we are very fortunate that we have been able to operate physical classes, and our board members are present for the first time maybe on Teachers' Day. Thank you all. So I'd like to welcome you all once again. My faculty colleagues, staff members, students, all dignitaries, board members, I welcome you all. My dear students, Teachers' Day is celebrated on 5th September every year in India. Teachers' Day is celebrated on 7th September in many places in the world. In China, it is celebrated on 11th September. In India, the history behind Teachers' Day is when Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan joined office as second president of India. Some of his students approached him that this very day they wanted to celebrate in a special manner. He simply says, if you want to celebrate this 5th September, you celebrate it as Teachers' Day in the respect of the contribution of teachers to the society. And from then onwards, that means 1962 onwards, we have been celebrating Teachers' Day every year. Now, teacher, if we see the teacher, person who teaches us, our parents have given us birth, given us life. They have trained us how to talk, how to walk, how to write. School teachers in primary school, they have taught ABCD. From then onwards, we have so many teachers at different stages of life. Now, teachers, we are fortunate that students are celebrating this day, Teachers' Day at IIM Ranchi. This is not very common. Let me tell you, in IIMs and IITs, it's not very common practice that students celebrating Teachers' Day in this fashion. Students celebrating Teachers' Day in IITs and IIMs, all IIMs, they do not celebrate it like this. Our students, right from beginning, I have seen from 2012 onwards, I joined in 2012, that they have been celebrating like this only, which is not so common. This speaks about our students. This speaks about the quality of our students. IIM students are not arrogant, it proves. Society knows that IIM students, IIT, BTech students are arrogant. They are not. This proves. It is not that this occasion or the celebration of Teachers' Day is the manifestation, only manifestation. It has been manifested in several occasions. Let me tell you about our teachers. First, teachers, as teachers, we teach, you learn, but you learn because you are interested in learning. No one can teach you until unless you feel like to learn, until unless you devote yourself for learning. We facilitate the process only. Now, what I am today, like me, many other faculty members will feel, it is because of students only. It's because of my teachers and my students and my colleagues. So because of teachers and students, my teachers and my colleagues, their teachers and my students. Honestly, I believe I've discussed with many faculty members. We have seen that they have developed courses based on the input from your side. Myself also, I have developed courses like social media analytics. I have learned from students only, from doctoral students, from MBA students. And this is how I have developed. Many other faculty members, they have developed courses. We enrich the subject. We enhance the process of learning with your participation. So what we are today, it's because of you only. Because of you and only you. Now, everyone has learned so many things, but everyone can't learn everything. Everyone has taught us to read, write, eat, work, but no one has taught us how to think. Our job is to facilitate the process so that you can think right, thinking right. We have skilled ourselves with our intellect. Technically, we have upgraded. We have learned the subjects. That is the technical aspect of the learning or the hard skills of learning. Finance is hard skill of learning. Consumer behavior analysis, analytics, these are all hard skills. Whatever we learn, most of the courses, except a few, it is towards the hard skills only, to upgrade your hard skills. Now, hard skills, besides the hard skills, there's something called soft skills. Soft skills are also upgraded here in some of the courses. But no one is probably, we teach like that in structured manner, how to think. How to think. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan told that no education is complete without the human face. Education remains incomplete without truth and love. So if we think right, then only we can speak right. Then only we can act right. Because everything stems from your thinking only. Now, with thinking process, whether I am thinking right or not, we need to check that. So how to think correctly, how to think, whether I have to judge, evaluate that I am thinking right or not, that is what we need to learn. And IIM Ranchi as an institute, it has been learning ground for me. Once again, I say, and I am thankful to all students, all my faculty colleagues, all the directors today and in the past, all the board members, chairpersons of BAG. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. I would now request our Honorable Director, sir, Professor Deepak Kumar Srivastava, to address us on this auspicious occasion.
Respected chairperson and members of BOG, faculty colleagues on the dais, faculty colleagues of the dais, staff members, dear students. Very happy Teachers' Day. I take this opportunity to welcome you on your campus. I understand that most of you would be visiting campus first time. This is a very auspicious day for academic community. As Professor Bala has mentioned, the Teachers' Day is celebrated across countries. However, the date is different. Here we celebrate Teachers' Day on 5th September. I have chosen this auspicious day to interact with you. Deliberately, I have chosen this day to share some of my initial plan about the institute. I believe, or this is a common belief, this if some important promise, commitment is made on auspicious day, there would be divine help, there would be divine blessings. I am fortunate enough, entire IIM Ranchi is fortunate enough, students, faculty, staff, we have been guiding by very able BOG. Now, this is the time I took over the charge on 18th. Now, I thought to share what would be initial plan for institute or institute plan, in fact. And you people are here. We have 20 IIMs and so many good private B schools in country. But of course, there is a reason why you are here. And you would be expecting certain things. Each student like you would like to have a good campus and learning experiences. I would like to put on record to ensure campus and learning experience is one of the top priority of the institute. Regarding campus experience, we all know there are certain difficulties, but we will be able to overcome it. In next few months, we will move on our new campus where you people are here. We have been working, we have been guided by our VOG, we are interacting different stakeholders. So this is the commitment. In next few months, we will be on campus. Now, as far as learning experience is concerned, today we started, this is a humble beginning, offline classes. Only second year students, for second year students, we started offline classes. But this is not enough. Being a student of national importance and being ranked among 15 we school in country, we have much more responsibility. This responsibility is not only on faculty side, but this responsibility also on student side also. We need to bring academic vibrancy back on the institute, on campus. Classes are not enough. We have to plan different academic activities or events, placement activities or other activities. We would like to have a plan to invite some speakers. We will start it. My office is going to communicate you soon from 8th onwards, or 8th, we are going to have meeting with each and every academic club. And you are requested and you are supposed to share your plan. What academic club or different club would like to do. Believe me, we don't have a shortage of fund. We will be very happy to spend on student affair activities, but of course would not be lavish one. So be free, bring some ambitious plan, and collectively we need to bring academic vibrancy to the institute. Now, having said academic experience and learning experience, both play very important role on the branding. Many of you would be in marketing. Branding and positioning is very important. You would be happy to know a group of our senior professors have been working on the branding of institute. What would be the position of institute? In India, we have 20 IIMs and few IIMs are expected. Few private B schools are competing. Future foreign universities will also come. What would be the branding? What would be the positioning of IIM Ranchi? We need to spell out it. We need to decide it. The team of professors have been working. One of our respected VOG member has kindly agreed to guide us. And my suggestion is, students, to all students, you are having some committees on branding. Please come forward and give suggestions to this committee. We will have very ambitious plan on institute, the branding and positioning. Though it is challenging, unlike Western countries, in India, we have only MBA degree. But with this MBA degree, how it is being offered, what would be the pedagogy, what would be other USP, definitely we are committed, we will work on it. IIM Ranchi is among 15 top B schools. This is a great achievement. My congratulations to all the students, staff, professors, previous directors, acting director. But moving forward from 15th, there are challenges because other IIMs are also in the phase of expansion. So there are two challenges. One, to sustain this position, and second, how to move forward. Now, this is possible when we have a specific strategy for the institute and where the expectations of different stakeholders to be aligned. We are going to have a strategic plan of the institute. Give me a few months, couple of months, we will start work on a strategic plan, where all the stakeholders would be consulted. All the activities of the institute will be clubbed together, will be identified as a theme. Priorities area will be decided. KPI and the metrics of each activity would be defined. And most likely timeline would be 5 years. So that we are going to do. And that would be kind of commitment of institute. Now, when we have learning experience, there is also something very important which is being advocated by policy makers. new education policy is advocating holistic development. You would be happy to know students who are first time on campus, IIM Ranchi is, to my knowledge, is the first IIM in country which has Center for Happiness. Happiness is something very important. There are many countries in the world, they are focusing more on happiness and they are denying the importance or neglecting the gross domestic product, GDP, because it is considered happiness is more. So we have a Center for Happiness. We are going to have Life Lab. One of our partner, Mr. Rekhi, and our institute professors working together, and soon we will have, and that would ensure holistic development. This would be one step towards holistic development. We are aiming to be globally oriented like other IIMs. There's a competition. So what does it mean, global orientation? There are few things, few initial steps I am happy to share. Accreditation is something which is considered very important among IIMs, not IIMs in entire global B school space. We have started process on it. Our professor has written to accreditation agencies, and I'm happy to share simultaneously we have written to more than two agencies, more than one agency, two agencies we have written. And I am hopeful within a year, there would be at least one crown accreditation by at least one agency. I was told by placement team, we are focusing on international placement. Though it is difficult, it is challenging, but we are working on it. There are few leads, 4 or 5 leads where we are focusing. Our professors are working on it. Now, global orientation, but equally local responsive is important. We need to be locally responsive, the state where we are located. I am happy to share some initial development. We have very good partnership with the state government, and our professors have been working on education and agriculture. And that is going to bring a significant value to institute in terms of money, in terms of social capital. Time has come, we need to think, what is the purpose of IIM? 60 was a different decade, 2021 is different. We have 20 IIMs, a few more IIMs will come. And institute, this is institute of national importance. We need to come out from elite mentality. It doesn't mean that we will dilute our proposition, but we need to be more inclusive. No one should be denied opportunity because of economic hardship. We are working, and I think first draft has been prepared for scholarship, merit come means scholarship. There's a time we teach in the classroom bottom of pyramid, but now time to practice it. There is a huge market, uncontested market. What I mentioned, a education project of Jharkhand government, which is bringing a significant value to institute. Happiness project, which many state governments are willing to adopt. These are the areas which is uncontested, where we can easily position it. So we are globally oriented, but equally locally responsive. Now, last but not least, there is an office where you will interact most. This is academic office. We have started digitalization of this office. This is the beginning. It will take time, but we are aiming to convert entire campus digital. And it is possible. All the data, all the interface would be in the digital form. So these are some of my initial thoughts, initial idea, and some very initial commitment. With this, I would like to welcome again on your campus, wishing you very happy Teachers' Day, happy learning. I would like to also thank my respected chairperson BOG, members of BOG for being with us and guiding us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would request one of our board members from the Board of Governors, Mrs. Gayatri Shriram, to address us, who is connected with us online. Please, ma'am.
Namaste to everybody. And what a wonderful speech you have made, Director G. You joined us just last month, and already you are imbibing the passion, the wisdom, and the focus of this Board of Governors, led very ably by our chairman. Personally, I'm very, very happy to be here because, we came last time and we were looking for some great improvement. We listened to all our students, and I think fulfilling their dreams and their ambitions is really the focus and the aim of the Board of Governors. And wishing all our teachers a very, very happy day and happy learning to our students. I'm sure I speak on behalf of everybody to say we are here for you. We will always be supportive of you. And with the very, very able group that I belong to, all of us belong to, our hearts are with you today. Even though we were not there personally, we are with you in spirit. And we are very sure with this auspicious beginning, this is only going to herald wonderful things to come for this institute. Personally, for me, dear students, nation building. We belong to today one of the largest economies in this world. And our country is the shining star for all countries. And you, dear students, are our future. So whatever we do, however we do, we should put nation first, nation building first. And as long as we are all working towards building our great country up and creating a wonderful future for ourselves, we are going to be the shining star of the entire world. And we are depending on you to do it. And we thank all our wonderful teachers for helping our students achieve their dreams and their ambitions. And again, we are always, always here for you. Thank you for the opportunity to speak on this wonderful day. Happy Teachers' Day and Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We have with us Dr. Hasid Joshipura, sir, to address us on this auspicious occasion.
अनम्यूट कर लीजिए, म्यूट पे हैं जोशी जी, हसीद जी.
My apologies. Good evening, everybody. It's really a delight to be with all of you. Fortunately, you are physical and we are virtual and not the other way around, which is the way it was for the last couple of years. Professor Bala was very modest when he said that the students are as important. But let me just share with you that there are just 4 countries in the world where education is the single biggest source of socioeconomic upward mobility. So you have Japan, you have China, you have Korea, you have India, and you have the United States. Now, if that be the case, the backbone of all our progress and growth, personal as well as social as well as national, is the teacher ecosystem. But for them, we would not be where the IIMs are today or where the IITs are today in terms of the global rankings. So let me begin by just saying a big thank you to all the faculty and the teachers who are present here today for their enormous contribution. You've been, you could say, a blessed batch because the future got fast forwarded during your time. And you therefore have had the opportunity to see the future that you're going to face, which is really, the business about remote learning, remote teams, all of that. It was forced on you, but I guess it was a blessing in disguise. But it was equally important that you not miss out on the key part of learning of being physically present on the campus, because business is as much about strategy as it is about execution, and execution is all about people. And one of the biggest learnings that you get in how to work in teams is when you're on campus. So that's the reason why I'm really delighted that today your physical experience starts. And although it's less than what normally students have, but you are going to have that experience. And thirdly, I just want to say, leave one thought with you. You must have heard about the number of people who are now becoming global CEOs from India, of Indian origin. The truth is that if India, which is already the 5th largest economy, and as it moves up the pecking order in the globe, more and more you are going to see global corporations coming out of India, and more you are going to see talent coming out of India, which is going to head global corporations. And that's something which all of you should keep in mind, that you're not just citizens of the country, which you are and you must continue to be, but you have a global outlook. And it is the responsibility of all of us at the Institute to ensure that you are as rooted in your country and you are equally familiar and comfortable in any environment and culture. With those few words, I'm sure I look forward to interacting with you personally. I wish you all the very best, and I'm sure that you are going to enjoy this experience, whatever is left of it, of physical learning. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir. I would now request the Honorable Chairperson from the Board of Governors, Shri Praveen Shankar Pandya, sir, to kindly share with us his words of wisdom.
Our illustrious Board of Governors, I'm really proud of all of them. They have been sparing their time, valuable time, and they have all excelled to heights in their respective fields. My dear Director, I must say very energetic. And, we went through our whole team of search and selection committee, went through some 27 applicants, shortlisted 5, and then finally selected. And I can say with some kind of confidence today that we made the right choice. And I'm seeing that already the way within 72 hours he joined the campus, leaving his family and all other issues behind and taking up the cause of his students. I'm very happy that the future of the IIM is in very secured hands for next 5 years. Professor Bala, who has been very kind enough, who has been basically a very, very strong and, deep-rooted professor, who had given his time to run the IIM as an acting director for the 4 months that we were without director. And my very learned faculties, without whom we would not have been able to achieve the position that we have without having a campus. You see, when I took this position of chairman, we were 41 in NIRF ranking, which our director just told you. And constantly we have been improving, and we have come to the 15th position. I don't know any of you would remember, but in the first year when I joined, I said that my goal is to come within the top 10. And we are very close. And I'm sure that under the present director, we would definitely come into the single digit. And when you boys go in the real field, you would be proud that your institution from where you have taken your master's, you would very, very proudly say that, the institute that you have taken your master's is in the top 10 institutes of India. My students who have been last 2 years have studied under very trying times in COVID. This has actually given you a lot of experience. You must have had a lot of difficulties, and you must not be very happy about it. Because, the experience that you ought to have in an educational institution, you were deprived of it because of COVID. But I must tell you that when you go out from here and you will face different things in life, different challenges, different opportunities, all this becomes your assets. Having learned still, in spite of such trying circumstances, you have achieved something in this institute. All that becomes your assets that nobody can snatch away from you. So with that, of course, as Gayatri ma'am just said that, last time we took that meeting, very important meeting with our students, because in COVID, we could not have that meeting. And that was an eye-opening for us. And we were very, very concerned about not starting the physical classes, which, with the help of all the faculties, the acting director and the present director, we have been able to start on this Teachers' Day, very pious day for me, because Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan was the Vice Chancellor of Banaras Hindu University, from where I graduated. And he has actually taught my father philosophy. He was the Vice Chancellor, but he used to take philosophy classes. That's where Madan Mohan Malvi ji brought him. He brought, the best professors from all over India, because that was the first university in India. And I'm very happy that on this day that we are starting physical class, and my greatest tribute to him. But also I must tell you, as a student, when you're learning, apart from your curriculum that you would be doing, I think you should keep your eyes open. You're in the state of Jharkhand, Ranchi, which is full of minerals. Unfortunately, India didn't have a very robust policy on mining. You see, if you see, a lot of international mining companies have come into India, but they have not been able to start the work very quickly. There are mining policies divided between the state government and the central government. So what needs to change? These are the things that you should be listening. You should be inviting Secretary Mines from Jharkhand to come and tell you that what are the things that are ailing our mining policy. You should be inviting some head from the Coal India and listening to him that what is the coal policy. Now, of course, coal being relegated because of the pollution it creates. But these are the things you should be doing. What are the mines that can be exploited in Jharkhand? So you should probably create a desk for it. Like, IIM Ahmedabad, they create different desks for gold industry, for other industries. So similar, you should be doing these things for which you have ready-made things in Jharkhand. It's a great tribal areas. What are the tribal arts? What are the tribal difficulties? What are their potential? How they can be good in sports? So probably you should be taking some one yatras there. If you want to take those one yatras, I can facilitate. There are more than 7,000-8,000 tribal schools running in Jharkhand alone. There are about 100,000 schools all over India. And this is our strength. This is how India has differentiated ourselves from other regional countries. We were all the same. But why India has gone ahead? Because our teachers has taught it is the NGOs, it is the social workers, it is all these people who have constantly tried to improve the entire polity of our country. And that is how we have been excelling. You can see our neighbors have not been able to match up our excel into various commercial and other educational fields. And this is our strength. So I think you should remember your strength. You should keep your eyes open. And I must tell you that it's never too late. And you may not get success immediately. It may take time. Some succeed after 35, 40 years. Jack Ma, was a barber, became the richest man in China after 35 years. So similarly, I can give you list who have succeeded much later in life. And there are those who have succeeded immediately after passing out from schools. When I have met personally, I do not want to take names, but they have become CEOs at 27, 28 and doing excellent work. So you cannot, things happen at their own pace, at their own time. But you have to be alert and you have to be open to ideas. And once you have conviction about your idea, then you should go for it. And I must tell you that India has developed the ecosystem for startups. And this is one of the best things that has happened to students, because it is for the students. They can now today go out there. Earlier at our times, we could not raise 100,000 rupees to start a business. But today you see the boys and girls, they have so many, this thing where the money can be raised. The entire ecosystem has been created in India. You must take advantage of that situation. And of course, I mean, initially you may want to start on a campus interview and take jobs for some experience. But your goal is, because you are one of the top few percentage of this society. And if you do not take the initiative, you don't become the entrepreneur, then who will become the entrepreneur? Yes, you go out to the world, you become global, because that's where the real strength comes from. But never forget your nation. Never forget the institute, never forget the country that has given you this opportunity to go out and create your name, become the global leader. I have seen so many people who have gone abroad, have become the most successful doctors, engineers, CEOs, and they have returned. They have returned to serve their own country. So, and as I said, that I don't put things into timeline. You know, these are things which keep happening. But if it is there in your mind, you'll definitely achieve it. You know, I must say that I remember when I started after doing my chartered accountancy, I was thinking of going into profession, but then I was convinced to start my business. And I tell you, those were the controlled regimes. We could not import the raw material that we wanted to. We had to go to MMTC to get those raw materials imported into this country. Now see how difficult was that. And then we manufactured, neither the raw material was available in India nor the finished goods were sold in India. Everything was being traded out. We could not even travel. For travel also, the dollar were to be applied to Reserve Bank to get a particular dollar for traveling. Otherwise, you would just get $8 for going to USA. Just imagine, how would you not even get a taxi from JFK to Manhattan? So that was the kind of controlled regimes we had. And since then we have, it has become a free market, and India has become the 5th largest and is throwing huge opportunities to you boys and girls. And I'm sure that one day you will, you know, IIM Ranchi का नाम रोशन करेंगे, आपके प्रोफेसर्स का, आपके फैकल्टीज का नाम रोशन करेंगे। और उन्होंने जितनी मेहनत आपके पीछे की है, उन्होंने जितनी मेहनत आपके इंस्टीट्यूट को इस पोजीशन में लाने के लिए की है, वो उस दिन उनका सर गर्व से ऊंचा होगा कि हमारे स्टूडेंट आज इस पोजीशन पे पहुंचे हैं। जब आप, when you will be at the peak of your career, the greatest satisfaction will be to your teachers, to your faculties. And always look for sustainable career. You know, don't try and, you know, try shortcut to distinction. You know, it is always the hard work that pays. So that is what I think you will definitely be doing it. With that, I wish you all the best, and be assured that we are, actually, I will be very happy of any help to the entire faculties and director in making sure that, you know, we move to campus ASAP. My personal desire is this, that we celebrate the Foundation Day with our entire senior batch being shifted to our campus. So at least they have a few months of our new campus experience. With that, I thank you all and wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, sir. And I request all the faculty members to kindly gather near the stage for felicitation by Senate and the academic committee. Everybody, please settle down. The most beautiful moments always seem to accelerate and slip beyond one's grasp just when you want to hold on to them for as long as possible. With that, we have now come to the conclusion of the event. But even after this event ends, what will always remain is our love, our gratitude, our sincerity towards our beloved teachers. It is because of your dedication and commitment to our growth that we have become so capable and responsible today. A heartfelt thank you to all our teachers. A huge thank you to all our organizers, staff members, and students without whose help this event wouldn't have been possible. Thank you. Please give a huge round of applause. On a concluding note, before we begin with the cultural celebrations, please stand up for national anthem.
शुभ आशीष मांगे जय गाथा जय जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
भारत माता की।
I request all the members of the faculty, respected dignitaries, and the Board of Governors to please stay back for the cultural event, which we will start after a 5 minutes recess.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. हम्म, हेलो हेलो
Check. Hello. Check. Check. Hello. Check. Check. Hello. Check. Check. Hello. 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 Check. Hello. Hello. Check. 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 Hello. Check. भैया थोड़ा लेवल बढ़ाइए इसका लेवल थोड़ा हेलो चेक चेक हेलो हेलो
I request everyone to please be seated. We'll start in another minute. welcome back everyone. Please be seated. Music is capable of expressing our heart and our most sincere emotions in the most melodious ways. Let us welcome Mukul, an MBA student, for a wonderful performance.
Hello, check. Very good evening to everybody, all the respected teachers and fellows. So I am going to perform a song here, which is called De Mauka Zindagi, and I decided to dedicate this song to the event because of two reasons. First reason is because this song is about all the hardships that we take, and then we get the motivation to move ahead. And second reason is that since it is offline, so we are going to need the motivation. So let's start with this. So my name is Mukul Manji. Okay, so दिल में जो जमते थे कैसे गाने लगे पलकों की खिड़की पे अरमा जो चुपते थे आने लगे गालों को हवाली प्यालों को शाबाशी देकर हम चले बेमौका जिंदगी इम्तिहानों से ना हम डरे बेमौका जिंदगी खुले आसमान
Thank you, Mukul, for that scintillating performance. What is a celebration without dance? We have with us Yogesh and Priya, two students of MBA, for a duet performance. Please welcome them on stage with a huge round of applause.
ਲਾਵਾਂ ਮਜਬੂਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਆਣ ਜਾਣ ਦੀ ਪਸੂੜੀ ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਹਿਰ ਬਣੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇਰੀ ਪੀ ਜਾਵਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਪੂਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਭੁੱਲ ਗਈ ਮਜਬੂਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੀ ਦਸਤੂਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਥ ਤੇਰਾ ਹੈ ਬਤੇਰਾ ਪੂਰਾ ਕਰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਆਣ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਇਆ ਰਾਸਤਾ ਨਾ ਦਿਖਲਾਇਆ ਦਿਲ ਹਮਾਰਾ ਤੇ ਸਹਾਰਾ ਖਾਹਿਸ਼ਾਤ ਅਧੂਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਰੀ ਮੈਂ ਜਾਵਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਬੁਲਾਵਾਂ ਗੱਲ ਸਾਰੀ ਤਾਂ ਹੋਵੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਢੋਲ ਜਦਾਈਆਂ ਦੀ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਖਬਰ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਹੋਵੇ ਆ ਜਾਵੇ ਦਿਲ ਤੇਰਾ ਪੂਰਾ ਵੀ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਉਹ ਬੜੀਆਂ ਬੜਾਈਆਂ ਦੀ ਦਿਲ ਬਾਤ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਹੋਵੇ ਆ ਜਾਵੇ ਦਿਲ ਤੇਰਾ ਪੂਰਾ ਵੀ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ पैरों में तेरे घुंघरू की बिजुरियां छन 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 खाती है अनछन चली बोलो है जाती है अनछन चली बोलो है जाती है
जो होना है आज होना है अरे घुंघरू चाहे टूट जाए आंधी आए तूफान आए या अंबर झुक जाए
अरे मन खान चली देखो है जाती है अनछन चली देखो है जाती है पैरों में तेरे घुंघरू की बिजुरियां छन छन खाती है देखो है जाती है अनछन चली देखो है जाती है
What a beautiful performance. Indeed, graceful and brilliant despite the minor inconvenience. Let's give them again a huge round of applause. Music expresses which cannot be put into words and which cannot remain silent. It is time for another melodious performance by the students of High Note Music SIG of Indian Institute of Management, Ranchi. Thank you so much, guys, for such an amazing performance. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in this time plays many parts. We've all heard of this beautiful quote from William Shakespeare. Today, we have with us the team of Dramebas, Drama SIG of Indian Institute of Management Ranchi, who are all set to perform, depicting the third pillar of a student's life. Let us put our hands together and welcome them on stage with a huge round of applause.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are the self-interest group of IIM Ranchi for Drama and Arts. And today we are presenting to you our skit, which is called The Third Pillar.
मैथ्स तो हो ही नहीं रहा है मुझसे। अरे ये भी नहीं आता।
अरे कितना इजी क्वेश्चन था। अरे रे रे रे।
Plus, minus, division, multiplication, the numbers seem to be juggling in my head.
क्या हुआ बेटा? मैथ्स में प्रॉब्लम? मेरे पास आओ, मैं तुम्हें बताता हूँ। देखो, और मैं साथ में तुम्हें कुछ ऐसे टेक्निक्स बताऊंगा जिससे तुम फटाफट ये क्वेश्चंस को तुरंत बना लोगे। देखना एक दिन मैथ तुम्हारा फेवरेट सब्जेक्ट बन जाएगा।
सच में सर, आप मेरे लिए मैथ्स इतना इजी बना दोगे?
हाँ बेटा, 100%, क्यों नहीं?
सर, आपने तो मैथ्स मेरे लिए सचमुच बहुत इजी कर दिया। आप बिल्कुल मेरे पापा जैसे पढ़ाते। मुझे भी बड़े होकर आपके जैसे टीचर बनना है। मुझे भी बच्चों को पढ़ाना है।
क्यों नहीं बेटा, जरूर बनोगे तुम। लाइफ में कभी भी कोई भी प्रॉब्लम आए, मेरे पास आना। मैं इसी तरह से तुम्हें नए नए ट्रिक्स बताते रहूंगा जो तुम फ्यूचर में अपने स्टूडेंट्स को बताते रहो।
थैंक यू सर।
5 साल बाद।
सर, अरे मैं तो फिर से अटक गई। प्लीज मेरा हेल्प कर दो ना।
देखो बेटा, प्रॉब्लम चाहे मैथ्स का हो या लाइफ का, उसका आंसर उसके क्वेश्चंस में ही छुपा रहता है। इसीलिए हर सवाल को 2 बार 3 बार पढ़ा करो, तो उसके आंसर उन बिटवीन लाइंस बने रहते हैं जो योर आईज नॉट एबल टू सी इन द फर्स्ट रीडिंग।
That day, the teacher did not just help Madhu with the solutions to maths, but also gave her a lesson about life and its my right ways. And isn't that the job of a teacher? We think that teachers would just complete courses, they would just take classes, but what goes unnoticed is their years of dedication and their years of learning.
15 साल बाद। ओह यस मधु, हाउ आर यू बेटा? अब तुम्हें इतने सालों बाद मेरी याद आई? वाह बेटा, ये तो बहुत अच्छी न्यूज़ सुनाई तुमने। गॉड ब्लेस यू, अचीव द हाईएस्ट पिलर ऑफ योर लाइफ एंड रिमेंबर, स्काई इज नॉट द लिमिट।
Remember, students, maths is the only subject in your entire course
for which you need to train your brain so hard that you do not search for the solutions. Solutions come to you. You must be so well acquainted with all the techniques so that in however way the problem is twisted, you have what it takes to get to the solution.
तुम एक ही वक्त पे इतना कुछ कैसे संभालते हो? बच्चों को भी पढ़ाते हो, क्लासेस भी लेते हो, मेरा भी ख्याल रखती हो, और हमारी छोटी सी बेटी टीना का भी ख्याल रखती हो।
You know, Raji, our problems in life are no different than the problems which we solve in our maths class.
You are so inspiring, mother. कुछ लोग हमारे जैसे मुश्किलों में बिखर जाते हैं और कुछ लोग बचते हैं मुश्किलों में।
In life too, a number of situations may arise where you may feel that you are completely losing, you are on the wrong track, but you just cannot give up. You will have to remain calm and continue your journey. Because when life gives you problems, it comes with the most beautiful and satisfying solutions. आज हम सीखते हैं मैथ्स। ये है मेरे टीचर जिन्होंने मुझे गणित सिखाया और आज मैं तुमको ठीक कैसे सिखाऊंगी। ठीक है बेटा?
मैम ये 3 स्टेप मल्टीप्लिकेशन तो बहुत टाइम कंज्यूमिंग, आप बताइए ना।
बेटा ट्रिक तो मैं आपको सिखा दूंगी, लेकिन याद रखना हर ट्रिक के पीछे उस सम को सॉल्व करने का मेन टेक्निक होता है। तो जब तक आप उस टेक्निक को अच्छे से ग्रास्प नहीं करोगे, तब तक आप ट्रिक नहीं समझ पाओगे।
ओके मैम।
देखा ये कितना इजीली हो गया?
यस मैम।
Now beta, this is just a small problem. In life, you will face even more complex problems. And remember, the solution to those problems lies in the question itself. So, you need to, every time you face such a problem in your life, you need to revisit the situation again and again. You need to reread your question. You need to remain calm. You need to read between the lines. Only then can you get to the root cause of problems in maths as well as in your life.
मैम ये तो इतना बड़ा सॉल्यूशन आपने एक लाइन में कर दिया, वो भी इतना फास्ट। आप तो मैजिक जानते हो मैम, बिल्कुल मेरे पापा की तरह।
मेरे पापा की तरह पढ़ा। पापा से तो सीखा है मैंने बेटा।
At this point, Madhu remembers the time when she was being taught by her teacher at the same point. History repeats itself even in education. We get our teachers and our parents by destiny who give their heart and soul into imbibing life-changing knowledges. What we see is what they teach. What we do not see is the sacrifice that they do, the troubles that they undergo, the responsibilities that they have to perform towards their own family and towards us, whom they call the second children. They address us as beta, see us no less than their own. They deal with all the hardships of life just like us, and they come in just to give and give.
Thank you, ma'am.
Teachers are like a bridge, placing themselves across the river of life struggles for students to cross, and also encourage them to create bridges of their own. Teaching is one of those professions that creates all other professions. At last, we want to say is that to all our teachers, that you have inspired us and transformed us and made us better human beings. Your impeccable dedication towards this noble profession has changed countless lives. All the efforts and hard work that you invest to bring out the best in us can never be replaced. You have done wonders in our life, enlightened us with your wisdom, transformed us with your intellect, and you are always working diligently with perseverance. Thank you for making us who we are today. With this, we come to the end of our skit, which was called The Third Pillar. But before that, I'd like to end it with a quote, a famous quote by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. If a country is to be corruption-free and become a nation of beautiful minds, I strongly feel that there are three key societal members who can make a difference. They are the father, the mother, and the teacher. Thank you.
Happy Teacher's Day.
Thank you, team, for such an amazing performance. Frederick Wilhelm once said, we should consider every day lost on which we have not danced at least once. With this high spirit and enthusiasm in mind, let us welcome the students of MBA for an amazing group dance performance.
तेरी मैं ता जागा रातां नू रोक न पावां अखियां विचों गम दियां बरसातां नू तारे गिन गिन याद च तेरी मैं ता जागा रातां नू रोक न पावां अखियां विचों गम दियां बरसातां नू ओ
Thank you, team, for such a brilliant performance. The last event for today's cultural program is a group song by the team High Note.
ये हमारा है।
Before ending the cultural event on such a soothing note, here's all the participants of today's cultural fest. Thank you so much, everyone, for being such.
Just give me a few minutes.
Yes, sure.
Sorry, completely unstructured, and that's my trademark. I always come like that. Forgive me for that. I know this is the day I was looking for since 24th March 2020. I was the last teacher at National Institute of Industrial Engineering, Mumbai, to end the class on retail management. Full jam-packed class, 100 students present for my course on retail management. And probably the last day for the students in second year. And after that, no physical classes were held at TT for a long time. They recently started doing the classes. So since yesterday night, when I landed at Ranchi, I was been thinking about how should I witness this. There was a lot of excitement. So I could not resist my temptation. I called up Dharmendra ji in the morning whether any car was going to Suchina Bhavan. And he said, yes, the vehicle was going to Suchina Bhavan and I can travel in that vehicle to witness that. So I saw Professor Aditya Shankar Mr. taking class. Sir, I did not take your permission, but I had seen you outside. I also saw Rohitji taking class. I did not take your permission, sir. Sorry, but I have seen you. I also saw Professor Amarendra Nandi taking class. Sir, I had not taken your permission to enter your room, but I sneaked in your room when you're taking the class on economics. But I think we get a lot of chances to placate ourselves, say a good thing about us, get congratulated on many occasions as good teacher, best teacher, outstanding teacher. But behind all this, the third pillar is very important. I really like the idea, third pillar. If you actually look behind this, it took 3 months of planning, and then you would see the nameless, faceless grace of people like Mrs. Swati Kindo, Mr. Ashish Chakraborty, Mr. Ashadeep Chaudhary, Mr. Manush Banerjee, Mr. Shiv Pratap Varma, Mr. Ajay Kumar, Mr. Vikash, Mr. Dharmendra, and all of this, Dr. Jayanta Tripathi, Mr. Sahu, who relentlessly strived, pursued to make this happen. So they're the real, I think, fulcrum, real pivot to make the physical classes happen, to make IIM campus come live once again, come vibrant once again, see the chirping of the birds, see the flowering of the students inside the campus. A round of applause to them. Without them, it never have been possible. Thank you so much, sir. Wonderful. Personally, I think I'm a bit scared. PGP office is running after me to give the course outline. I don't know. We never did it in NITI. They are running after me to give the course outline. I've only shared with them, I think, the textbook. I still could not frame the course outline because I did not know what to put in the course outline. Things have changed. I do not know how to connect with you once again. For the last 2.5 years, I've been seeing you on the screen. Most videos switched off, most audios muted. And even after repeatedly telling, I think the microphone had a problem or the video had a problem. So honestly, I do not know how to reconnect. And forget reconnecting with you. The biggest challenge for educators like me, who are not very educated, is how to get reconnected back to the industry, back to the corporates, back to the business, because things have changed dramatically in the last 2 years. The challenge, the onus is not only with us, I think it is with you also to help us recreate the classroom environment, recreate the content once again. And maybe through iterations of 1 or 2 cycles, I think somewhere the entire B-School fraternity across the world would stabilize in terms of what a perfect content post-COVID pandemic should be looking like. And that's the biggest challenge for all of us right now. So once again, welcome. It's a great journey. MBA as a discipline is a global currency. Doors will open not only within the country, outside the country for most of you. You'd get a chance to travel, meet people, do business, but always find what is the raison d'etre of your existence, your ikigai. That's very important. What is the purpose of your life? Why are you here? And what you really want to be? Making money is one part of the story. All of us at some point of time do make some money to make a reasonable standard of living. But beyond making money, beyond having formal designation of industry captain, I think there is essentially another purpose of life. So rediscovering yourself, your raison d'etre, your ikigai is most important. So good luck to all of you guys, and may or may not meet in the classroom, but definitely we'll meet on the campus somewhere. This is Ranjan. I'm signing off for now and handing over to the anchor for the day. Sorry for once again this uninterrupted entry to your schedule. Thank you so much.
Before we conclude today's event, I'd like to express a heartfelt thank you to all the beloved teachers here, wishing you a very happy Teachers' Day, and to all the amazing participants who were a great sport today. A huge round of applause for everybody present here. On an ending note, this is Monali Mazumdar on the behalf of the entire student fraternity signing off. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you. The refreshments are present outside. You all can go outside. Thank you.